So, guys, now we'll not wait much. We can start. Thank you, Kaustubh, for coming and addressing guys. So we can start.
Okay, so first of all, hello everyone. As sir introduced, my name is Kaustubh Avharkar, and I hope I'm audible to each and every one of you. So I am here for sharing an experience that I have been through, because I know all of you guys are preparing for your gate, and this is somewhere I have been. Okay, so first, let me introduce. I have done my BTech in Aerospace from Nasik and Sandeep University, and I have been a student of IGC from 2023. So it has been 2 years. In my first attempt, I have secured All India Rank 70 in GATE 2024, and in GATE 2025, I have secured All India Rank 2. So while going on this journey of preparation for GATE, I have been through many up and down, and which I am pretty sure all of you guys will go through. So here is a good thing that many people tell you that you will learn many things through your experience, but it is even better if you learn things from someone else's experience. So I am here to share the things that I have been through and how I overcame them, so that you will be able to overcome the similar thing that you face in your gate preparation. Okay, so while we start our gate preparation, the first question that comes to each and every one of our mind is, why should I prepare for a gate exam? Okay, so when you are in your BTech or whenever in your engineering 4 year, throughout the 4 year, you go through many of the mood changes. So first you are like, I'll sit for the placement. Sometimes you are like, I'll go for an IELTS or GRE for the other exams. Sometimes you are like, I'll prepare for GATE. Sometimes you are like, I'll prepare for a government exam. Sometimes you are like, I'll go for Navy, I'll go for Air Force, I'll go for military. And this is something that all of my friends have faced too. Like each and every year, they have a different set of dreams. Now, in all of those dreams, I think that preparation of GATE is the most secured one. Because first thing, when you want to prepare for the GATE, I will not tell you what are the benefits of the GATE exam. You all know, of course, you are preparing for the GATE, so you must be pretty aware that you can get a government exam, you will get admission at a pretty good college for the masters, you will get stipend, and many more. The reason I force people or I pursue people to go for a GATE exam when they are not clear what they should do is because GATE exam is pretty much intact with your college syllabus. So when you are preparing for the GATE, you are automatically becoming a good engineer. You are becoming automatically for a good student. So even if you don't do anything and straight ahead go for an interview, the knowledge you earn through the preparation of GATE exam always stays with you, and that gives you edge over anyone else. And second thing, like this is something that we all are familiar with. So whenever we were preparing for JE, so our teacher used to say that if you're preparing for JE, you don't need to worry about CET. So similarly, if you are preparing for the GATE exam, it's a grand aptitude test. Okay, so if you're preparing for an aptitude test which is similar to a GATE exam level, you don't need to prepare additionally for aptitude of any other exam. Like this is my personal experience. I have went with my friends for a IELTS aptitude test. I have for a free coaching trial, and all the whole class was disappointing because when once you have studied for the aptitude level of GATE, all the other aptitude feels pretty easy or pretty similar. So this is something you will not have any downfall of preparing for the GATE. There are only benefits. So this is something that I have felt that if you are unsure what to do, a GATE preparation is a good start for your career. Okay. Now, next thing that comes to your mind, okay, we will prepare for the GATE, but the question is, how many hours should we study? Okay. Now, there is no definite answer to how many hours you should study because let's take an hypothetical example. If you are like studying, I tell you that you need to study 6 to 7 hours a day. Hypothetically, I'm not asking anyone to study for 6 to 7 hours. I'm just saying hypothetically, I tell you you have to study 6 to 7 hours a day. except your IGC coaching and college that you do. But along with that, you have to give additional 6 to 7 hours for the course, for the coaching, for the your self preparation, and you're like, okay, we will do it. Now you do it for the one day, you will do it for 2 day, and you do it for the entire week. And you are like, good, we have accumulated, I guess, 36 to 42 hours of self study, which is good thing. But if that end up being that all of your college works, assignments are lagging behind, and you have if you have a bunch of assignment and a bunch of backlog, then you will spend a next week clearing all those assignments, clearing all those backlog, preparing for the PPTs of your college, preparing for the exam. And that next week, even if you want to, you will not be able to study for your gate. And then you haven't studied for a 1 week, and you won't even feel like studying it after 1 to 3 days. So what will that instead of pushing it forward, what will it do? It will pull you backward. Like, even if you started it with the 6 hours a day, but then you have 6 days in which you haven't even studied a bit. And whenever you will start to study, all the knowledge that you had accumulated before will fade away. So will you will then need all of your time to revise whatever you have done. Okay, so this is a problem. So I suggest a simple solution is that prioritize your consistency over intensity. Okay, so many people say that all of us has the same 24 hours. I kind of disagree. So maybe somebody have 24 hours, but somebody have 24 hours minus the college time, minus the sleeping time, minus the traveling time, and minus many more time. So if I ask that person to study for 7 hours, 8 hours, it will be impractical. He might be able to arrange it for 1 week or 2 weeks, but all of his other work will backlog over him. So I say that, okay, if you are in the beginning of your preparation, try to adjust at least an n number of hours. It can be two, it can be three. You can increase it later. You can adjust it later. But that 2 hours, 3 hours, and even sometimes if it's one, it should be available to you daily, at least daily. There are some exceptions. You are ill, you are have exams, so you cannot be able to do. So instead of giving 7 to 8 hours in a day, give 2 to 3 hours over a period of time. Because at the end of the day, number of days you have studied will matter more than number of hours you have given. There is no sense of studying for too many hours if you can't even understand it. So, like, many people will say, "Oh, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam used to study for 16 hours. I'll study for 17 hours." But out of those 17 hours, how much did you really study? So, if it comes down to the 2 3 hours, you can study with a good focus, take a rest, do all your other stuff, come back again tomorrow, give 2 3 hours. Because the days will compound themselves. So whatever knowledge you accumulate, it will compound itself. Instead, if you study for few days with a lot of hours and then give yourself a gap, you will fade. All the knowledge you had will fade away, and then you will have to revise again. Okay. So when we have decided that this is the number of hours that we have to study, but then the question is, what should we study? Like, what books should we refer? So there is again a hypothetical situation I have given. So you're studying for gate. Okay, guys, if at any moment if I'm not audible, please speak up and tell me that I'm not audible, or if there is something you don't understand. Okay, so coming back, you have decided that you have to study 2 3 hours a day, but you are not sure what books to refer. So let's take another hypothetical example. Considering you have 6 to 7 core subject, I'm considering about the aerospace. So we have generally 6 to 7. One is aptitude, one is maths, one is structure, then one is aerodynamic, then the propulsion. And all those core subjects have some sort of sub-subject. So when you talk about structures, it has materials of, so MOS. It will have structure one. In some college, it will have structure two. Then it will have theory of vibration. So, and for each and every sub-subject, the teacher will give you one or two good books that you can refer. So, at the end of the day, you will have something 15 to 20 books. Now, here's a question to you. Can you refer all those books? Do you have that much time that you can refer all those 15 to 20 books? This is a question. Okay, I'm not saying none of you have that time, For some people who are planning to study go through this preparation for 2 years, 3 years, they may have this 15 time for this 15 and 20 books. But most of you are in your mid year. You might have like 7 months, 8 months. You might have 1 year, and at that time, studying this 15 to 20 books is not optimal for you. Okay, so here's what I prefer. This is the solution that I have been through, because even I was pretty upset that there are too many things. I have to do so many things. So first thing, keep your process simple. Okay, just because there are material available to you doesn't mean you have to use that material. Okay, and just because there is a book doesn't mean you necessarily have to use that book. Because first thing, what is the topmost material that you have? You attend the lecture and you make a personalized notes. You have your own notes. Okay. Apart from that, you have the class note that is uploaded in the IGC or study material. So whenever you are studying, you can refer to that note and this note simultaneously. Okay. And when you study, analyze what are the voids in your knowledge. So for example, I'm studying the maths, I'm revising the maths, and I've just found out that I do not understand what is this Laplace is. If I'm studying theory of vibration and in the whole vibration, I just don't understand what is this 2 degree of vibration is, 2 degree of freedom is. So instead of studying the whole vibration again and again, what I'll do, I'll pick that particular point that I do not understand, and then I can search and I can refer other material that I have for that particular thing. So just because you have 15 to 20 books doesn't mean that you have to read those 15 to 20 books. That 15 to 20 books will really make you a good engineer. So that are the 15 books that you have to read in the course of 4 years, not in the course of 8 to 9 month preparation for your exam. So here's the thing that I used to do. I used to study through my notes and through the notes that are provided in the class note that are provided in the IGC study material. And when I used to tally both of them, if there is some, because there is something that will be elaborated in the IGC note that I have not written, and at the same time there will be something in the IGC note that I won't understand because I have written it in the simpler language as per my understanding. Now, when I noticed that there is something missing and I do not understand, I'll go back to the lectures, because lecture is something which is a good material for me. I can go back to lectures, I can go back to that particular spot, and I can study from it. But for you, may be the person who do not understand a video lecture. You might be needing a textbook. So then refer the textbooks that your teachers have suggested you for that particular course. So that will save your time. And one thing that helps you to find all this void is one book. That is PYQ. I actually bought PYQ before I joined the IGC, but then I realized even IGC provide you the PYQ. So even in the study material, there are previous year question paper. So if you realize, if you don't know what are the voids in your knowledge, study a subject from your notes or IGC class notes, give a PYQ on that particular topic, and whatever question you cannot solve or whatever the question you do not understand are the question you need to study. So you can refer the other books or the videos that for solving that particular question. Okay, I guess that's clear. Now, this is one thing that, okay, I know how many hours to have to study. Okay, I have decided that I know whatever I have to study, but there is a one hurdle that is in my way is my own college. And college can be demonic. Whenever you're preparing for the gate preparation, they will not understand what the gate preparation is. First, they prioritize only their semester exams. They will bombard you with their assignment, they will bombard you with your project work, and they will not allow you to prepare for the gate properly. And this is the major question: how can we manage the college with the gate preparation? Because as I said, not everyone has the 24 hours. Some people have the 24 hours minus the college time. So what I personally used to do and what I personally suggest is there is some different way that you can propose. What I personally suggest is limit your college work in college, because it's not like there is no empty period or there is no empty gap in college. If there is a college from 10 to 5, suppose, there might be a lecture which is not happening. There might be a free period. There might be a library period. There might be a research which is too long you don't need. try to finish all your assignment and project work as much as possible in college. Most of it is a written work. Try to finish it there. So once you come back home, all you have to do is prepare for the gate. Now, of course, there is an exception. If you have, suppose, too much of assignments and projects, like piling up over one over other. So I'll suggest that keep your gate preparation, but if you're studying for 3 hours, suppose, reduce it to 1.5 hour or 1 hour only till the period your assignments are happening. Don't make your assignment an excuse to skip the gate lectures, skip the gate study. Just reduce it to a significant amount that it will still keep your progress in a way. And if you don't like it, what you can do is, if you study for 4 days in a gate, take one day off from the gate preparation and give all that day. If suppose it's a Sunday, you don't even have college. Suppose it's a Saturday, you don't have a college. Give that whole day for completing all those pending work you have. But do not keep that days too long. Don't take a gap for 3 or 4 days, because that will hinder your gate preparation. Instead, take a 1 day gap, study for gate, then again take a 1 day gap, so that you can keep attending those book again and again. If so, because you need to be in touch with those books. That is something that always helps. Because as I said, the knowledge will compound itself with time. The gap you give, the compounding will stop and it will go reverse. Okay, so that is about how to manage your college. Now, when you talk about college, you talk about how do you study, but there is something that nobody studies. Because nobody, sorry, no, I won't say nobody, most of us do not understand is how to manage a mental breakdown. Now, I can be a connoisseur, I can talk about it a lot, but whatever problem you are facing is your problem. Okay, I do not know how you are feeling. I am not an expert over it. I am not a psychiatrist. I can just give a brief about how I used to deal with them. But again, you will have to find your own solution. So, when I say how to manage a mental breakdown, I have a question for you. How do you cause yourself a mental breakdown? Okay, this is a question that you are supposed to ask yourself. So, when you are preparing for the gate, or if you're preparing for anything, you can prepare for your semester exam. The question is, what is driving you for that preparation? Is it your discipline? Is it your need? Is it your motivation? Or is it your fear? And if it is your fear, do not let your fear fuel your preparation. Because you may find it कि, okay, when I'm in fear, I'm doing pretty well. This is not going to work in the long term. Because one day that fear will accumulate and you will have a mental breakdown. Many people I have seen, like even I personally used to do this, that I will study for, I'll sleep for 5 hours, I'll sleep for 4 hours, and I'll like, no, the 3 hours that I have saved in sleeping, I'll use it to study. And then I was like, no, I'll have 2 meals a day and I'll have pretty heavy meals so that I can have time to study. And what I and it used to like be counterproductive, because when you do not sleep properly, you are unable to focus. Your memory isn't sharp as it used to be. Whatever you study goes in your short-term memory but doesn't process in your long-term memory. When you eat of one heavy meal or two heavy meal, you feel lethargic throughout the day, and you are not able to study properly. So you have to study for the exam, but you do not have to be abusive to yourself for an exam. Okay, because simple thing that whatever you are doing, it's not a 100 meter or 400-meter sprint that you will run your way to the preparation. It's a long process. It's a year-long preparation. Many of your classmates might be preparing for 3 years. Some of them might be preparing for 2 years. Just because you have less time doesn't mean you will like sprint yourself towards something. Okay, I won't say be lazy and just study for 2 hours. Come on, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying ki whatever happens, keep your health at a priority. Okay, if you're an athlete and if you're running for a marathon, you cannot run when your body is not healed, when your equipments are not well prepared. Okay, so when you want to study, study with discipline rather than studying with fear. Okay, Even motivation, I'll say, because many of the people fill themselves with the fake motivation. They aim too high. For example, if you're studying for a day and you're like, I'll finish this one book in one day, not gonna happen. It's a book. Somebody took his whole life to write it. Give it a week. Give that subject one or 2 week. Okay, if it's your last 1 month, focus on the problem solving skills. Okay, do not give yourself too much task that you cannot able to solve, because when you give yourself a little task that you are able to solve, you feel rewarded and you feel more of it doing. Okay, now, in spite of all this that I have said, the question arises: is there only one way to study? Like, I might have told you one way, I have told you that this is something I used to do, but that doesn't apply on you. Okay, this is an experience that I personally used to say, personally feel. In my first attempt, I scored an All India rank 70. I was not that serious because I was doing multiple things. I was studying for multiple things. But in my first attempt, although I was studying seriously, but there were many things I was doing. So in my first attempt, I got All India rank 70. And many of my teacher appreciated it and they mentored me to do this and do that for the next preparation for the next year. I implemented all of those things. I implemented that for the starting 6 month. What happened? I was trying to accumulate everything. I was trying to study everything. I was trying to do everything. At the end, I had nothing. Like, there is not one subject that I have studied. There was no one subject that I have expertise on. So after when I only had 6 months left, I decided I'll go back to the way I used to study. So there may be a way that works for me, but it doesn't mean that it will work necessary for you. So keep your spectrum wide. Try multiple things, because in the last time of your exam, you should know what works for you and what not. Okay. With that being said, among all these things, there is still one thing that I consider that is the most important during exam. Now, this is the last point that I'm going to share. Okay. So, when I'm talking about examination, most of us who are giving the exam for the first time uh, feel a very, they are very anxious, they are very afraid. What happens is they are capable of solving a good number of questions. Like, come on, there are so many mock tests in this country. Many of the people might have scored above 90 or like almost 100 sometimes in a mock test, but that is not the score that they get in the exam. The reason is that exam temperament is wrong, and this is something I'm somewhat blessed with. Even I did so many mistakes that even my exam temperament was really bad. I've got two backlogs in my second year, but then I realized that this is not how it's supposed to go. So in the third year, where I gave my gate exam, I focused a lot on the exam temperament. When you're giving an exam, the anxiety should not exist for these 3 hours, because whatever you are gonna do, whatever right you are gonna do, you won't be able to do if you're anxious, if you're afraid, if you're biting your nails. Not gonna happen. So one thing that I highly recommend to develop this exam temperament is give as is to solve as many PYQs as possible. Is to give as many mock tests as possible, and there is abundant of mock tests in IGC. The only thing that you have to do is not ignore them. Yeah, it can be true that you are not prepared for them. Take your time, but try to attempt as many of them as possible, because at the end of the day, is the exam temperament that is going to work with you. With that being said, again, for the last one day or last 2 days, don't stress yourself with too much study. If you want to study, study lightly, but you have to keep your head full instead of forcing yourself in like chugging all this knowledge. It's not gonna yield anything at the end of the day. The, the success comes with the slow and steady pace. You do not have to run. As I said, it's a marathon. It's not a 100 meter sprint. Okay. Now this is my experience. Of course, you are gonna learn from your own experience. You're gonna develop something pretty critical about from your experience. Because next year it will be someone among you who will give such a session and will guide the next generation of the IGC batch. So This was from my side. Apart from that, if you have any question answer, feel free to ask. I am closing this
Yeah.
presentation.
Thank you very much, Kaustubh. So there is one question is there. The question is what you mean by intensity of the preparation.
Uh, when I say intensity, I personally means that you give yourself a 16 hours or 17 hours when you are trying to study, but are you giving those 16 or 17 hours daily? Like many people are, let's take a simple example. We all are engineers, so I guess we all are from bachelor degree. So we know one thing that none of us study for our semester exams on the daily basis. We know us till the when we get to the final year, when we get to the third year, we know if we study for 2 to 3 hours before the exam, we are gonna crack the exam. But that is something which does not work with Gate, because what matters is how much you are efficient in problem solving, and that does not come in 1 or 2 days. That comes in with the giving some amount of time daily. So when I mean intensity, it means how you study a day before exam. I don't want that to happen for the Gate.
So you mean by effectiveness is very important and consistency because problem solving skills develops over the time, not in a day. And semester
Exactly.
exam usually people crack or do well just preparing 11th hour, maybe one particular fine day for whole day. But gate is not like that. Keep prior 1 day or 2 day you see it, you revise everything and you will do fantastic now. It is not
Exactly.
going to happen, guys. Yeah. So next question, how do you revise when you complete one subject? Means suppose we completed SOM and learning new subject. So what was your strategy?
Okay, this is one thing that I have learned from my mistakes. So, when I was revising for maths, my general mentality was I have notes, I have IGC class note, I'll keep revising them again and again. And then I realized that just to revise that one particular subject, I need 3 to 4 days. And still, it does not guarantee a good marks in my test series. So, what I did, I give the test series and I analyze the answers that I have. And you genuinely have an ample amount of test series. Even if you do not have ample amount of test series, you have ample amount of assignment. You have ample amount of PYQ. Whenever you complete a subject, suppose as you said song, give take an assignment, give take an PYQ question on the song, solve it. You will understand what are the words in your knowledge. You will understand what places you lack, and then
Yeah.
study those places specifically before
Yeah,
you
Kaustubh.
revise the whole subject. Hello, yes sir.
Yeah, Kaustubh, here we can emphasize IGC's topic-wise exams because those are
Yeah,
always underutilized by candidates. They tell
yeah,
whenever I ask what's going on, sir, I'm studying, I'm revising. So revision and learning will never get over, Viraj, until unless you solve new questions. So when you solve new questions, you will come to know what all things you don't know and what all things you need to know and how to improve. So clear. So revision should be like this. One time you complete subject, your in-depth notes should be ready. Then once you revise again in-depth notes, make short notes, and then it will be more of practice. So we have three sorts of things. One is PYQs. Now subject-wise PYQs also ready, cost to for all subjects. Okay, we have year-wise PYQs with solutions. Now we have subject-wise PYQs also with answer keys. So they should do, and then assignments are there as you say, and then topic-wise exams. So when you revise second time Viras, at least it should not be again sitting and revising all those notes. You just quickly go through them and then directly come to mock exams, topic wise mock exams, and then see where you stand. Yeah, so that's what I will add on. Thank you. Yeah, one question is there. Are 2007 to latest PYQs are sufficient? Yes, Kavya. It depends person to person. PYQs are very important in preparation, But along with that, if somebody is in IGC, we have IGC assignments, we have IGC mock exams, and in IGC we keep things very straightforward. We don't repeat same questions either in assignments or in a mock exam. And Kaustubh, now we have daily quiz also, which is like open to all. I'm not sure how best you have utilized, but people should use those daily quiz questions also. The We are sharing almost 500 question in a year or more also, Kaustubh, because every day we share one technical questions and one mathematics and FT question.
Yes, actually, I will add on to that, sir. That is something about IGC that always fascinate me. Like the first question, as I said, what book should I refer? There was so ample amount of study material that you provided to me that it was completely difficult for me to go through all of those. Like I spent 2 years, and still that material was more than enough. So I never needed to refer any additional book apart from the material that you have provided.
Yeah, thank you, Kaustubh. And in that you mention about class notes. So, Kaustubh, we have materials apart from class notes also, because class notes are shared by teacher, but we have dedicated material also. So those is like books in a very compact manner. We have taken all the required points and the steps from different. So guys, ICC work is self-sufficient if you are truly serious about that. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, next question we can take now. What about test series when I need to start out of 15 question, how much question if I solve correctly, tell am I strong that? Can you answer this or should I?
Uh, okay, so when you ask when should I prepare for test series, so see the thing about test series is that this is the place where you can make fool of yourself and you can learn from that. So do not hesitate to take a quiz, like test series. If you have prepared for that subject and you are unsure how much you are prepared, take a test series. Now, when I say and you ask if I out of 15 question, how much should I solve correctly? See, you need to solve more questions correctly than your before than what you have solved before. Okay, of course, if you see the answers and you realize that okay, out of these 15 question I have read 10 correctly, and out of these 5 that I have written correctly, some of them are silly mistake and some of them that I have conceptually lacked. So when you conceptually lack over something, okay, you study about it. When you do silly mistake, you practice about it. After a point, you reach an extent that okay, you are doing maximum question right, then you have to move to other subject because you cannot focus on solely on one subject. So when I say test series, it's about getting better version of yourself. It's never been going to be absolute that okay, there is 15 question, I'm going to solve all of them correctly. So just keep getting better and better by giving the test series.
Yeah, so here I will add Matishyam. There should not be any delay writing topic wise exams. I always say to all people, but most of the people do delay Kaustubh, because they either they will have college pressure or working people, and some people even prepare full time gate also, they also feel underconfidence. But I say don't worry about marks. The performance you need to produce in gate exam, not in mock exams. So mock exam is for learning. So Matisam, keep very simple everything. Don't judge yourself with mock exams. You do write mock exams, currently topic wise exams, and just try to understand which all things you need to improve. Now there is no parameter key in that particular topics, how many questions you solve so you say I am good. No, as many questions you solve properly, it means you are good in that. If you can't solve also, that's also, let's not worry, try to improve. Okay. Yeah, so next question, can we answer what it says? While you are preparing, how are you? Like, can you read an answer?
Yes, sir. While you're preparing, how much importance each topic based on how much. So see. When there are like you need to divide your preparation into two phases. First phase, that the first or the starting phase of your preparation should be to cover as much syllabus as possible. Okay, but later on when you are at near end, okay, your priority should also be to get strong at subject you are good at. Okay, they are your strong subject and they are going to provide you the marks that you need. Okay, so do not neglect that. Also, I'm not saying to neglect the things that you are weak at, but do them in limitation. Because if you're doing, suppose if there is a particular subject A, and you're like rubbing yourself, you are continuously rubbing over yourself on particular that subject, so that rest of your subjects are hindering. No, c- collect an ample amount of subjects that you're good at, practice them thoroughly, and then provide a particular amount of time to figure out the things that you lack. Okay, so suppose I was good at maths, I was good at propulsion, and I was good at space mechanics, or if you say the theory of vibration. I was practicing those things because at the end of the day, quality matters in exams like these. Even I won't like I don't want to spoil you, but even the marks such as 60 gave me the rank 70. Okay, I won't say that you limit yourself to 60. Of course, you need to aim higher as much as possible. But it's important that whatever is your strong point should remain your strong point till the end of your preparation. While that being your strong point, collect all the weak point and make them strong. Okay.
Yeah, so
Anything
the
so you want to
approach
add?
should be Tanisk, one add-on. See, you make your strong subject further stronger and improve your subject weak subjects. Okay, so those things should go parallel. Okay. Yeah. Next question. Can you please check? I feel difficulty in fluid mechanics. I cannot relate problem with concept quickly. How was your preparation for FM?
Okay. I cannot tell you how many of the people have asked the same question to me again and again. And yes, there are some subjects where you understand the concept, you understand the problems, but you don't understand the relation between them. So ask yourself what the exam is about. So when you are preparing for the semester exam in your college, yes, the concept is important. But when you are preparing for the gate exam, the problem and its solution is important. So if you cannot relate it with the concept, it's a different problem. But the question is, can you solve the problem? If you can solve a problem, and if you're not good at solving problems, solve problems. As much as you solve, you get good at it. Even if you cannot relate it with the concept, that's a different thing. That's well, if you can relate it, it's good. But even if you cannot relate it, focus on problem solving. Many of us have did maths and know, but many of us did not know what is it used in. We do not. Okay, we know how to solve it. We do not know where it is used. But when you are solving the exam, the main thing is, can you solve it? Yes. So that is what will matter. Okay, don't
Yeah,
take any subject that
so
personally.
yes, I'll. So sometime it happens, but what you have to do, keep things very simple. You go step by step. Fluid mechanics also, like, you should know the what should be the flow of learning. You should start with fluid basics, then fluid properties, and then fluid kinematics, fluid dynamics, and then boundary layer, and so on. So if you follow that, definitely, if you may not make up everything in one go, but with one or two round of proper like reading, you will able to understand steps in a better way. So that's what I can suggest. Okay, but everyone will have some subjects weak, some subject is strong, including Kaustubh can say himself, right? He will be surely good in some subjects he may not that good, but still you need to manage, because end of the day it is overall performance, not particular one subject performance. Yeah. What is next question? Sir, I study and
Question.
revise, but I'm not able to solve questions. Yeah, so Sasank, I think you have to solve more questions while studying. So you should solve first PYQs. Solutions are there. Then you should solve IGC assignments, for that solutions also available. Then you see, after doing that, you have to take up topic wise exams. Then also it may happen you may not able to solve. Then also, let's not worry. You keep your motivation up. You have to try multiple times. Even sometimes some good questions, some tough questions, you have to solve multiple times. Don't refer the solution. See, it is all problem solving skills. Some people are God gifted, right? Like Kaustubh, right? Kaustubh, you were not asking doubts. I know it. But you were doing yourself what's supposed to be done, right? So that is more important. If your end goal is happening, right, or if you are studying consistently, even if some doubts comes in, if you can solve your own, that's well and good. So Sashank, you have to get this problem solving skills. You can't run away from that. The only thing, as we suggest, you follow this, the preparation pathways, like study well or make some good notes, then solve PYQs, solve assignments, solve topic wise exams, and do it in a repetitive manner consistently. Definitely you will see the change. Next questions, please. Uh,
Shagorika, yes.
yeah.
Okay, Shagorika, there is a thing that, okay, the mental stress is constant in a student's life. This is something depends on us how much do we entertain it. Like there was a phrase in a movie that pain is truth, but the suffering is optional. I'll say the same about all these things. So, I know that there are 6 months left. Some people might be studying for 2 to 3 months, and it is true for all the exams. But it genuinely do not guarantee that the people who are studying for 2 3 years will outperform the person who will study for 6 months. It will just increase their chances, but a person who will do it for 6 months, and if we do it really sincerely, okay, as I said, if he's giving intensity and consistency both, he can go over the people who are studying for 2 years. The question arises, can you give it? And the second is, what is in your hand? If the work that you do is in your hand, the result is not. There can be a cases that might be a fellow who might have studied and whatever he had studied came to exam. There can be a person who have studied 90% of the syllabus and the 10% he has not studied came to exam. What is in our hand, is on our hand, is to study. And I know that what is in my hand, I only do that thing. And this has came after a long time of failure. As I said, I got two backlog and I had the same kind of mentality: what will happen, what will happen. But keep trusting the process. As the same Shashank said, I'll say that there might be a water at 100. What you have to do is not giving up at 99. Okay, so just trust the process. That's all you have to do. Sir, you want to add something?
Yes, so Sagorika, yes. So as I always say, mental strength is most important aspect of preparation for every student. So first thing, Sagorika, be mentally strong. Be mentally strong on putting efforts. Clear? Every one of you guys, as of today, almost more than 6 months is there. Feb 10 around exam will happen. So the first place, you be mentally strong or be mentally ready to put more and more efforts. Sagorika, can you do that? If you do that on the regular basis, consistent basis, you will see things will fall in place next 3 to 5 months. Kaustubh, is this point clear, right? Because
Yes.
overnight you will not get confidence. Overnight you will not see the changes. But the you must be ready, or every gate aspirants must be ready or mentally strong to put efforts, because you can improve by putting efforts. You can get very good results by putting efforts, not with worrying or with anxiety. Okay, clear? So of course, and there will be some downs in your preparation, there will be some distraction. You may not study for 2 3 days, may not for 1 week. Don't worry. The day you realize, yes, my gate preparation is getting disturbed, sit, study. You study, start preparing night 12 o'clock, study till 5 o'clock if you can wake up. Absolutely no issue in that. But you have to realize that I should study regularly. All of you, if it works, you can get up early morning. If it works, you stay late night. But you have to study. That is very important. Okay, and study also in a systematic manner, as Kaustubh told, as we say, utilize your available resources as best. There is no point to go and refer all the textbook which we suggest, right? You have the proper structured material, lectures, assignments, pyq solutions, and the finally mock exams, right? So let's not worry anything. You are at the right place, and like Kaustubh have proven, right? He got in third year also very good rank because he was sincere, and in final year he made it. I think you just lost by 1 mark, AR1, right, Kaustubh?
Yes,
So
yes, sir.
that is just like his destiny. It was only AR2, right? You would have got just by 1 mark AR1 also. And so, guys, the final outcome, the final results will, will have always combination of two things: your hard work as well as your destiny. So, guys, never ever ignore your destiny part also. Never ever ignore your efforts. Keep putting efforts. Never ever start daydreaming. What happened? One more problem: when you study well, then also you become overconfident sometime, right? Ki, okay, I will, with this I will get definitely this kind of rank, that kind of rank. Or sometime people will start thinking also this, ki, I will not get rank, this, that, I'm not getting marks in mock exams. All these things happens, but end of the day you need to be mentally strong, guys. Final rank will decided by 3 hours, not what you think today, right? If I am correct, even what you think in December January month, it will not decide your rank. The rank will be decided in those 3 hours what best efforts you put. It's very simple, but it is a combination of many things, those 3 hours efforts also, not just that 3 hours. How much you have done with how much sincerity you have done, what is your mindset at that particular time, like that. Can we take next questions? Can you give me any idea about general aptitude, Kosto?
Okay, uh, you need to understand what are the sources of general aptitude. Now, what we call general aptitude is all the maths that we have studied before 10th, essentially. Okay, there is some sort of IQ involved in it. We do not give that kind of question to 6th, 7th standard student. But basically, the fundamental maths that is required for the general aptitude along with the IQ come from the 6th, 7th standard to the 10th standard maths, all whatsoever you have studied. So again, the fundamental is same. You have to do the problem practice. General aptitude is a skill than a subject. Of course, there are fundamental formulas that you need to understand, and how will you get it? Revisit that portion of your the maths you had before 10th standard. Like there can be percentage, there can be profit, loss, all that stuff. Apart from that, it's IQ based questions. The more you study, the more you problem solve, the easier they will get. Okay, it was especially the strongest part for me because I am doing the problem solving way earlier. Especially I had did foundation classes. That's why I'm pretty good at problem solving. But I'm better than what is needed. So whatever is needed, you can do it. You just need that enough problem practice. And especially about aptitude, the material that is available is even a lot. Like there can be a case you finish with all the IGC material, you have finished with all the PYQ. For the aptitude, the material is even ChatGPT can give you aptitude question. So just keep practicing about general aptitude, and if you're finding key here, how did you get that formula and all that, revisit your previous syllabus that you had before 10th. Just that particular topic. Don't go on and study all the things. And the same question
So
you have asked. Can I start from September? Okay, I said that like even if I though I have encouraged you that even if you have 6 months, the study matter, try to start as soon as possible. You only have 6 to 5 months left. Okay, I'm not discouraging anyone. Of course, people can get it, but it's difficult. So rather than putting yourself to that much misery, reduce that misery by adding one more month. Okay. Yes, sir. You can continue.
Yeah, so I think Matisham, you should solve IGC assignments of aptitude. First, you finish that because that subject is over for you. So, I have you done, Matisham? Did you complete IGC assignments for aptitude? If not, you start regularly. Now you do aptitude. Definitely, there are many good. No, all are good questions only, and you do start. So that way you will start getting confidence. Okay, solving the different kind of questions from different topics. We have around 20 assignments, Matisham, for aptitude. So you solve all those assignments. Yeah, and every one of you, not just you, whoever is IGC students, they should solve when that subject is done. Yeah. So our next question from Tazibul. So when you were in third year, how did you complete your fourth year subjects for gate preparation?
Okay, I think that is what IGC is for. Of course, your college is not going to complete the syllabus in 1 year. IGC has all the subject. I opted for IGC in 2 years. Not only studying 4 year subjects in third year, I have studied the third and fourth year subjects in my second year. So you have that edge that you will complete all that necessary subjects in 8 months or ninth month, whatever period you have. And because college spend their time in most of the theory subjects which are not going to be included in the gate exam, IGC focus on those particular subjects only. So attend IGC classes, you will cover your fourth year, third year subjects that are going to come in gate.
Yeah. Now, one more questions is there ki whenever I start revision for a particular subject, if complete one topic and I go for to take an assignments and I'm going to attend tests simultaneously, this sequence will be okay. Yeah, GK, this can be okay if it works for you. Okay, so it depends person to person. If it works for you, it is absolutely okay. But our standard suggestion is like this: complete subject, whole subject revision quickly, then solve topic wise assignments, and then take topic wise mock exams, because many of the topics will be interrelated. It is not like the whole one topic is different, or it is independent from another topic. Always topics are interrelated, so we say complete subjects revision, topic wise whole exams, and then sorry, topic wise assignments, and topic wise also PYQs, and then finally topic wise exams. So, guys, any more question? Anyone have any question further? So, I think yeah, Manav Aditya. Yes, can you
During your
answer?
final year, how did you concentrate on both college and gate? Uh, I guess I guess I did not like. Genuinely speaking, in second year I started my preparation. If I'm correct, third year I had my one result, like midway the third year, and same goes for the fourth year. The mid fourth way I had my own gate 2025 result. Like you don't need to have the managed whole year. You have to manage one semester, and again the fundamental is same. Like provide a particular section, a chunk of your time, get an IGC, and that particular exam will not ask you for more than that. If you have more than that, you will give it, it will yield the result. But when I say how did I manage final year college with GATE, I even managed my part-time job with that. So fundamental simple, give a particular portion, but give it daily. Okay, you cannot. Its GATE is like a person. You cannot keep it hungry for 2 3 days. It will die. Okay, So keep feeding it daily the time, the effort that is needed, and you will score brilliant. There is no doubt. Like if you give effort, you will get a result.
Okay, so I think we have done. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Kaustubh, for joining this session and sharing your insightful experience. So, guys, one thing it depends. Three things are there. There are three type of people actually in IGC. One is college going, and one is working, and the last is preparing full time. Every one of them should put their best efforts irrespective of what time they get, because there are different category of people. Some people do very well with less preparation also, right? Because to like
Yes.
smart learner are there, then hardworking people are there, then there are average people also there, average students. So average students can't compare themselves with smart students, or like those who are already fundamentally good or having the better grasping capacity. So guys, you have to judge yourself and you have to find where you stand, and based on that you should put your best efforts. Okay, because end of the day it will be your result, it will be your ability, not others. Okay, so guys, never estimate yourself down, never estimate yourself more. And gate is also another competitive exams, or like all other exams like JE or any other exam. Of course, different exams have different typical toughness standard, right? Some exams are very tough like JE exam or civil service exams. Gate is kind of moderate exams, right? Because so uh, these particular exams you can do very well, and there are plenty of examples, right? Kostov is one of the best example in front of you guys. So guys, be motivated, keep working hard, and utilize all the resources very well, which is provided by team IGC. And also the kind of support you always get from IGC alumni. And definitely, Kaustubh, I will suggest you when the peak preparation months comes, particularly this December, January month. If you find some free time once your semester exams are done, please support them for the doubts and all, because this is like always we do. So these guys will also learn well from you, and IGC will be grateful for you, like grateful to you. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure. I'm always available. If whenever you
Yes.
want, you can directly DM me. All the
Yes.
students I'm telling, if you want, you can whenever you want, you can DM me.
Yeah, sure. Surely we'll discuss on this front also, because currently, Mr. Alvin, you might have met him, another IGCians. So he is already in IGC loop and providing support to these guys. So I'll also will be happy to bring you also on board to support all these people. Thank you. So thank you all, and thank you, Kosto. We'll end now. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys. So keep working hard and be regular. Be